Good morning, and welcome to beautiful and stunning Barbados. Got to start off with that word this morning. So I'm a little bit late, probably about a minute or so, but I got carried away watching the sunrise through the holes in the clouds. It was absolutely stunning. I did capture a sound video for you. Hopefully it will come out well, and I got some stills for you as well. So hopefully they will also come out well, and if so, you will certainly be treated to a feast of beauty later on. And now we're at Palmetto Bay, and we're going to start our walk from here. We have done from here already, going to Bottom Bay, etc., all along the cliffs, but we haven't gone in northerly direction in this area. Originally I wasn't going to really worry about it too much because it's a little bit repetitive of cliff, but the beauty that I have felt and seen out here has been amazing, and I'm just so happy that I came and walked these cliffs, which I have done for like last 3 or 4 weeks, just checking them out, feeling it, going to different coves and stuff. Beautiful, beautiful morning. So let us start it off first of all with the right way, and that is with our serenity prayer, and let's look for a beautiful view that we can take in as we're doing so. Okay, are you all ready? Let's go. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. What a beautiful morning. This morning when I woke up, it was stunning outside. Just stars, saw a couple of low clouds. You can actually look, hold your hand and pull them down. It was just so beautiful. However, just before I left home, the rain started coming on quite heavily in the area that I am on the south coast. And I was actually thinking, not too sure if this is the right place today, but knowing that St. Philip is probably the driest parish in the island, I proceeded anyhow, and boy have I been blessed with some beauty up here this morning. So let's show you more of that. Alright, stunning, deep clouds. As you all know, we have a depression just past us to the slight north of west, or west, I should say north of west for sure. Just beautiful conditions out here it's leaving behind. And this is what happens when you get those dreaded tropical systems. You always find skies of beauty. And I'm going to have a treat going across this cliff for you today. You see, it's not as rough as I thought it would be, which again is a blessing because we're not faced with all these sea spray and stuff. Just to remind you again, this is Palmetto Bay. This is just to the north of Bottom Bay. If you're coming down the long road off of the highway to Bottom Bay, it's the last left you would take. Just keep following that road until you come to the dead end, and then you'll see a track that will lead off on your left, and that's how you will get here. Remember, when I show you beauty, I also give you stuff that goes with it. This is a +4 beach without a doubt. You can come here for the entire day and see no one. And as we all know, these bays up here have tracks behind all of them. And as we have seen in the cliffs, there are caves. So we don't know what lays behind. Come up here, take your pictures, walk around and stuff. But please don't throw your towel here unless you have some friends. Again, it is just caution that I'm letting you know about. It's something that I have observed over the years. What I feel is what I like to explain and tell. Just as I tell about the beauty, I tell about all the cautions as well. You will see that there's a reef just under the breakers here. Hopefully a swell will suck it back enough that you will see it. Yeah, there you go. And that it runs almost the entire beach. There's just a little sand over to the south side. Again, you can swim out here in summer. You can find conditions out here that are absolutely what? Stunning. In the distance, you'll see Sandlord's Castle. All right, we have a long walk ahead of us this morning, so let us start and let us enjoy this beauty. I'm going to keep a little bit quiet in the beginning just to let you enjoy the sounds and stuff. A lot of wind coming today, but that's unavoidable up here unless you get a real summer day where there's nothing at all blowing. Let's start off. Enjoy. Just before we go any further, this is the reason why I tell you to make sure and bring your 4x4s, because you're going to be walking over this on the St. Philip Cliffs a lot. There are tracks, as you can see, that people walk just inside, which is a lot easier, but there are some areas that you cannot pass if you want to stay close to the cliff line. So please, 4x4s, absolutely necessary out here, or some good sturdy hikers or runners or whatever. Here we go. Just look at those skies, people. Beautiful clouds, multiple layers. As I did yesterday, I will start doing satellite imagery going forward and just like marking where we've actually gone, so you will appreciate what coverage we're doing and exactly where we are in case you yourself want to come and do some exploring. Once again, we'll draw your attention to this growth here. Just to be wary, not to be frightened of or anything, but this growth here, very pulpy. Very pulpy. I know we've shown this before, but some people may not have seen it. You step on this, especially if it's on coral, it's like a banana peel. Okay, so you just be careful on these cliffs. If you have muddy conditions and you're walking on these cliffs, please be ultimately careful, because I don't care what kind of shoes you have on, you're going to get some slippage. I did this morning. I was actually surprised that I got slippage that I did. It's not very wet, but there is enough surface moisture on it that sticks to your boot. Now some of you have seen this bay that's coming up, a little small cove bay. Not sure what's the right terminology for it, but I will show you in a second. It has a little beach, but it's only a seasonal beach, so maybe you could call it a cove today. What a beautiful sunrise. Now who would have thought that today we would have been able to view this here with the weather conditions that were being predicted all yesterday. Alright, now some of you saw this view on some photos, and this is what sort of like made me come back in this direction to share with you. Not that I wasn't going to do it anyhow, but I really want to share you how beautiful this cove is. We get as safely close as possible to share it with you. It's beautiful. We have more coming up, so don't worry. We have a few of them along this cliff area. And just as the sea is beautiful, so is the landscape inland. Just lovely, really wild, dry kind of plants associated with dry. We have casuarinas out here, cacti, we have a sea grape as well. Saw a couple of fat pork bushes. I actually had the opportunity to eat a fat pork in front of you all over the weekend, and I decided to get away from that because I didn't want to run anybody, because the expression I would have put on would have terrified you. Just do not like that. Along with numerous other things which I have told you about before. Even coconut water, that's brackish water to me. I'll eat all of the products that are produced from the coconut, but not coconut water. I'm not going to drink that. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. So I can just imagine comments I'm going to get on that when I get home. But damn, Mobby, you all can drink all you all want. That's not a problem. You don't have to leave any for me. Alright, we're taking a little bit off of the route itself, off of the walking route, because I want to get you as close to the coastline as possible. And the fishermen that play this area obviously have the tracks getting from point A to point B the quickest. So we're not going to take those tracks because we want to share this beauty. Now the beautiful thing about coming here 4 weeks in a row is I actually took time out to view this kind of stuff. You know, I actually walked all around these cliffs. You know, I roll by myself most of the time, and I do that for a reason, and that is because I can then absolutely absorb everything around me, and I can just look and appreciate the blessings that God has given us. You know, that way I actually go into, I won't say a trance, but I would say go into this state of where I'm totally relaxed and completely, you know, drawn into certain things of beauty that I just sort of like transfixed on. So it is sort of like a trance, but it's not really a trance. I am aware of what's going on, but I do feel everything around me a lot more when I get like that. Lots and lots of fishing areas out here, as you can see. I've already, there are many fishermen here that I know personally that do beach fishing and cliff fishing. But I did recommend Chris because I've known Chris for a long time, and he dedicates himself to that only. That's all he does nowadays. So he is very familiar with all the conditions, whether it be tides, whether it be the oceans, whether it be where the fish are running and stuff. He's very familiar with that. Just beautiful scenery this morning. We'll be back on sort of like track again, because until we get to the next cove-ish area, you know, you're just taking this beauty from here. Just 1 minute. I think I'm going to get a view of this bay again, where you get a little further up, Bay Cove. But this is a flattish parish, as you all know. From this cliff right in is just flat. So you can appreciate when a weather system comes in on the east side of the island, or south into east of the island. There's nothing blocking the wind up here. There are no hills, nothing like that. It just comes straight across, and that's why you get the impacts on this coastline a lot more than you would in the south, per se. Because the south has the sheltering of the center of the island and stuff, and the hills that are on the south ridges. Yeah, I have to show you the other side here. As I told you, things look different from different angles, so let us show that to you now. Just give me a second to hop, skip, and jump over here. Oh yes, that was a good one. I'm going to take you right out on the point here so you can look back down on what we've just walked so far and see this gorgeous, gorgeous sand section here. Absolutely beautiful. Now all of these rocks that you're seeing here, well, some have dropped off of this cliff. You can see where they're actually sheared away and stuff from it, but just stunning, stunning scenery. Nature is definitely the thing that I enjoy the most, as you all would know. I love a beach, but I like a quiet beach because it relates back to nature again. Alright, we do some more trotting through this section, enjoying some beautiful sunrise as we go. Now, a few years ago, they started a project up here. I cannot find out the name of the project, and all the people in the surrounding area that I've gone and spoken to have been unable to tell me the actual project. But it was a, they call it a beach facility. Everybody said it was going to be a beach facility, but there's no beach up here. But I'll show you in a minute. It has been abandoned, or it looks that way to me. Definitely so. But it had a lot of main structures up, so I don't know what happened there. It's another one of those failed projects, I guess. I don't know what happened to the finances and stuff. But when I heard years ago they were going to do a development at Palmetto Bay, I quit because I thought they meant the beach itself. I didn't realize that it was actually not on the beach. This whole area here where we are, by the way, is referred to on the map as Palmetto Bay. But I've shown you the beach that I call Palmetto Bay, and it's known as Palmetto Bay. But all here is Palmetto. Right, here's some more beauty again for you. Get as close as possible to show you. No sand in this area, but it's still beautiful. Let you watch these waves for a couple of seconds. One of these days when the big swells are coming through, I'm going to come back over here with you all and show you all what the difference is out here between now and then. But it's good to see it in both ways. Now in summer you can get out here like a lake. Honestly, no waves here at all. And that does happen in summer. So be prepared if you are coming into Barbados in the August kind of time, that you can find that kind of condition here. Just beautiful conditions. This video is going to be a little bit long because I'm not going to cut this short, and I'm not going to dissect this walk over to Kitridge Bay. We're going to do that whole walk this morning. You can see out here has a greyish top. That would still be ash and stuff. Out here is all coral based. So you would still have some remnants of the ash that's mixed in with the soil here. Nowhere for it to drain off or go into, being absorbed like soil on the south coast. So you will find like pockets, especially in the coral mass itself. You will still see the grey remains of what was the ash here from a few months back. That's probably the only place you'll see it now. The only other thing you can see now is the beauty that it's left behind, which is all of the lovely lush greens that we're seeing. I mean, they're every tone of green you can imagine. And you know, we have not had that much rainfall. I was talking to my family member the other day, and she was telling me that you know, we were really low on rainfall this year, a lot below the average. And I was telling her, well, I've never really seen the island any more beautiful than it is right now. So I would say that the ash and the early rain that we had because of that storm that came through, or hurricane, definitely started the growth beautifully. The island is gorgeous. In the satellite imagery yesterday, you will see that they have a lot of grey and browns on the coastline in the bays, especially on this side of the island. That is the sargassum. It's amazing how that picked it up. But then when you come around like to the south, you can see it's less. It's still there, but it's less. And then when you get around to the west, you will see the white on the beaches. So if you go out to Google and go on to satellite imagery, you will see that for yourself. Beautiful, beautiful coastline. Alright, that's the project that's coming into view. I'll get closer and show it to you as we get closer. But that is the one that's been abandoned. I don't know if anyone on here has any knowledge about it. I know we have a lot of extremely knowledgeable Bajans that follow this as well. So if any of you all know the name of it, or know we can look at it a little bit more and see what it was or what it's proposed to be, please share it for us, please. The EMC is all about the knowledge that we can share and love that we can share together. So if you are knowledgeable in that, we would love to hear. If you all are making comments or expecting like a response from me, I can't do that right now, so you can appreciate the cliffs out here are pretty you know, tricky and safety for us folks. But as you know, I will address them when I get home. You know, I will be interacting with you as though we're actually walking together. That's something that I love to do. You should hear me from my house laughing, from the palace laughing. You know, any neighbours just wondering, oh, what is going on? They'll be sure there are more than one person in the house, because let me tell you, you all keep me laughing all day. Love it, love it, love it. For those of you that have work or other stuff to go and do, remember this will be up on YouTube, possibly in a better condition. It looks a little bit cleaner to me. I ran it through some programs and stuff to give me a little better resolution and thing. Seems to clean it up a little bit. So that'll be up later tonight, as well as the sound video, which I've done, sound visual video, which I've done. We could call that our meditation video. You know, the name of the folder is The Sounds of Barbados. You'll find in there also the whistling frogs, if you're not familiar with that. I did some footage up in St. Thomas, back of St. Andrew into St. Thomas. That was back somewhere around April. On a request from many people, said they were missing whistling frogs. So I went into a gully area up there and did just a still shot, well not still, but ran a video and not talking. Believe it or not, I was a little bit taken back in the beginning, because that was the most popular video or vlog that I had produced. And I didn't say a word, you didn't see me. So it was it's a good thing that my skin is thick. Or either that or that I'm like stubborn to the facts that are around me. But I didn't take offense to it, but I was like, what? Most popular video and I'm not even appearing or talking in it. Terrible. Anyhow, that was then, because we've surpassed that long time ago now. Right now, the most popular video up on YouTube appears to be the one that took from Miami Beach, the back of Miami Beach through Oistins, right down to Maxwell Beach. That has been the most popular for a couple of days now for sure. If you haven't seen that, you could have a look at it and see maybe why it's different. Alright, this is now some beautiful cliffs. These are very similar to what we saw yesterday. Same kind of little small caves in it. Same kind of formation of the coral. Just beautiful. Anyone that tells you you have not seen the coastline of Barbados, they obviously do not know about EMC, because we're going to take you right around this island. Any accessible coastline we are going to be doing. So just get ready, sit back, enjoy yourself, stock up on popcorn or whatever your favorite beverage is, depending on what time of day you're watching it, and get ready for it. Alright, I see if we can get the resort here. I walked around the front of the bush, sort of like give you the best view. So let's go back, well not the resort, but what they call the beach facility up here. Lots of stepping and climbing. Now if you do a satellite imagery of up here and zone in, no names, but it does show you the structure, and you can see the outlay of the pools and stuff. There are pools in front of all of these here. There's also a security gate on the other side that looks similar to like a Sandlord's entry or Crane Beach entry. So I'm not too sure what's going on here, but I mean, up here is just beautiful. As I said, I don't know if I will want to live in this area here because of the amount of sea spray, but the benefits of the healthy living up here and the beauty that you will see every day Yeah, they're definitely probably worth the effort of cleaning. Just gorgeous cliffs. I would say we're approximately halfway through the walk now, so it's been a long one. It's going to be a very long one today, maybe a little more than halfway. I'm not sure if everyone that's viewing this can appreciate the natural beauty that's out here. You know, I know a lot of people like a lot more active areas, you know, a lot more like beaches and stuff, but for me, this is heaven. This is as heavenly as it gets for me. I was out here this morning from 25 past 5. I was on these cliffs, looking around, just breathing it in, absorbing the beauty. Just beautiful out here, stunning. I did bring along my S9 with me today as well, so while I was doing the video with the sounds and stuff this morning for you, I was also taking some stills and things, so I didn't miss the moments that has been happening past. I would have done it the other way around, because S9 does great videos and you get a little better video on the S21. However, the apparatus is not really set up for that. It needs counterbalancing and stuff, and if I had to do that, changing phones and things, it would take a lot of time, and I may miss my 6 o'clock deadline. And you can see where the water wagon is parked, and as you can see, there's a cart road that comes here. Again, it's mud based, so I can put on anyone that needs to know how to get here that's serious about it. Give me an IM. I will tell you where it is. I will actually mark where the road is on the satellite imagery, put a little X on it later on, the road that you come down. You just need to follow that through the residential area and then hop onto the cart road track itself, and you'll be here. So I'll put that up on the satellite shot. But if you do need any more information on that, just let me know. Morning is waking beautifully. Just gorgeous cliffs. Now when the waves out here are hitting big, you see spray comes way over the top of these cliffs, very much like the north point of the island. So I will come back there one of these days and let you have a look and see what that looks like. That is definitely something to experience for sure. But we won't be able to do a long video because out here is like rain. You just get soaked with the sea spray, and obviously you have to be cautious with the equipment. But as we go forward, we'll see, you know, how that works. I've actually just gone online, just so you would know, and I've got a small miniature handheld device that's coming in with another microphone on it for us to take on the hikes, so that I don't have to worry about lugging about this larger apparatus with me. You know, it's very sensitive and stuff, and it's obviously a little bit, you know, on the not as strong side. You know, I wouldn't like carry into cliffs and fall with it, for example. So bringing in something a little more rugged that's designed for that. So hopefully we'll get a little better coverage on our hikes in the future going forward. We'll see how that goes. Always looking, but have to obviously be cautious about spending, because when you don't have any money you can't spend. But you know, we have been having some lovely assistance and donations coming through from some of you guys that have been able to allow us to do a little bit better. We're still way behind, but we're coming out of it. You know, it's good. It's nice to invest into something, you know, a future. Nice to invest into the journey that I'm on, and it's nice that you all are with me as well, enjoying it. As I said, out here just mainly cliff and natural beauty. So again, I'll give you a little bit of silence, let you enjoy this for yourself. Have all my work clothes today as usual. 4x4, baggies, no longer stretcher fits, baggies, hat, and I have my raincoat with me. Well, not my raincoat, my umbrella with me, just in case. But you know, that's pretty formal today. But sometimes we have to dress for the occasion. Alright, we come around to Kitridge shortly, so you'll have a look at where we're going to be ending today shortly. Still a lot more beauty to go before then, especially sunrise. I love the early morning glows this morning, the oranges and the reds. Just lovely. You know, the edges of the clouds with the sunlight filtering through it. Just stunning. I hope I was able to really capture them for you this morning because it was beautiful. Lovely coastline, as you can see. Gorgeous. Now we talked about the reef that comes right along the south coast, like from Barbados, right along the southeast coast, right around to this side here. And this is a reef that actually starts to turn now. So when you get a big north swell, unlike the other reef where you see the waves breaking as though they're coming in to the shore, directly to the shore kind of direction, out here breaks and goes out to sea, because that's the way that reef starts to run first of all. So anytime there's a big north swell, you actually see the lines going out into the ocean for a distance, and then they start to turn and come around facing the shoreline. Again, we will see that, because all those things are things that we're going to be showing you in the coming future. Y'all can hear Rock's getting kicked about with his boots. You understand, it's not easier, it's not area to come and walk if you have any kind of difficulties in walking whatsoever. Not unless you're going to do it real slow. But you know, you have to be aware it is not level ground you're walking on. You know, it's going to be rough, it's going to be some loose rocks that are going to roll. You know, so just be careful. There are a lot of areas that you can drive to and observe, like Foul Bay, you know, Ragged Point, Palmetto Bay, you can park on the top and look at it, Bottom Bay, you know, so you don't have to go down on the beaches if you have difficulties with steps and stuff. You can just come up here and enjoy the sheer beauty yourself. And that goes to pretty much anywhere in the island, unless you get onto like West Coast, where there are very few windows to the sea now, where you'd have to go out and walk, park first and then walk. But up here there are many areas you can drive right to the cliff and just see the stunning beauty. Anywhere along the southeast, the northeast, you can have a look. Northwest is very difficult to get to until you get like to the cement plant. Anywhere before that, Clough's Bay, Archer's Bay, any Shrouds Bay, Maycock's Bay, as I said, Duppy's Bay, any of those, you know, they're very difficult to get to. So again, there are areas you'd have to do some walking, but when you're talking about the southeast side, lots of areas, and the northeast as well. I definitely recommend, if you want, obviously not a comprehensive tour, because if you talk comprehensive, you're talking about multiple days. But I would say you can do this island in 2 or 3 days on just going to places where you could drive to and look at, not places where you hike off of, because that was where the time would start to come in. But we've been doing this now since, let me see, actively since October, taking beaches and stuff, and we're still covering coastline that we have not seen yet. So that will give you an indication, especially now we're doing walking tours as well. You know, that's giving us the chance to see areas that we were not seeing before, because we were concentrating on beaches only. Nothing but coral, rocks, great trees, casuarinas. You don't see any of the vegetation up here you will see like around on the other coastlines for sure. Not here anyhow in the cliff area. People in the homes and stuff around here have their homes beautifully done, but again, they have the problem with the same surface soil limitations. All right, this is Kitridge Bay. So this is the area that I said we were going to stop at today. Just beautiful. You could see the cliff there, the sheer. There's white in the direct center. Now that is where it obviously had a break off. I can't really tell you how long ago, because that would be in a while. But you could see the difference in the coloration. And right below it, you could see the cliff that has dropped off, the little rocks and stuff. So that happens all along this cliff area here. The last big one that I remember was up at Foul Bay. That was the last real big one that came off that I know of. But a lot would happen in this area that we wouldn't be aware of, because we don't come to these areas really. Maybe a fisherman or something. In the distance, direct center in the camera again, that is the Ragged Point, top of the Ragged Point Lighthouse. So you know we've done from the other side of this bay when we took in the cliffs of Ragged Point. So we've virtually covered this whole section now. So between, let's go from where we were yesterday, which is out by, almost by Bell Point. We have now covered everything right around to the Arawak cement plant, with the exception of the cliffs out by Paragon. Paragon to Ocean City. They're the only places we have not covered, which we will take in the future. But I really want to start getting over to the east side. We've done a lot of the east already, as you would know. But I just want to take you right around that section. So we're going to try and cover the Paragon area into Gemswick in the near future. But we're doing it one bit at a time, one day at a time. That's exactly how we're going with this here project. We're not in a rush. We're going to take any beauty. As you can see today, we put in about 35 minutes of video. It doesn't worry me about the time. You know, the only thing is I'm conscious of is the data, but I don't even think about that until it hit me with the warning. Because before that, all I'm interested in doing is bringing you the true beauty that I can bring to you. Just stunning skies. Let's take a little look at that as well. And so you can see the difference in the sky out here with the blues and the grays and clouds and stuff. Just beautiful. That blue is stunning. Just lovely. And on the horizon there, you will see where it starts to change a little bit. So let me just change the angle a little bit for you to take you around and let you see some more of this beautiful sky in front of us. Just lovely. I see a really good friend of mine on here, Mr. White. Good morning to you, sir. Good morning, good morning. One of these days I'd like you to come back out here and venture with me one more time. I used to drive with you all the time in Jeep. Time for you to come and walk with me a little bit. Just beautiful, beautiful cliffs of St. Philip. As peaceful and as gorgeous as you can imagine. If you don't feel God here, you will not feel Him really anywhere. And that is the truth, because out here is nothing but peace, harmony, quietness. Just amazing. Thanks very much for joining me again today. It's been a pleasure to bring you along these cliffs. As I said, you know, it's cliffs. So if you're not a nature lover, this may not appeal to you too much. But if you are a nature lover and a beauty lover, well, this will most definitely appeal to you. The blue of the sea, meeting the blue of the sky with the clouds is just unbelievable. I like to use the word stunning. You all know I like to use the word stunning. Just look at the vlogs. If stunning doesn't come to mind, I know some of you are fighting not to use it now, because you've been using it quite often recently, and I see you biting your tongue to not use it. But don't worry, let it go. Just say what you gotta say. Stunning, beautiful, gorgeous Barbados. Blessed beyond belief. God has laid His hands on this country and has left something here for us to enjoy that is absolutely amazing. You know, everyone, from me to all of you all, you know, I keep reminding everyone, and I sort of sound like a broken record, but remember, God loves everyone and God forgives everyone. You know, all we have to do is forgive ourselves so that we can enjoy the true beauty of love. The true beauty of love starts with forgiving and accepting ourselves. As long as we accept ourselves for who we are, realize we have no control over the past, use the past as a lesson and not as a blame, or not as a tag. Just use it as an example of what we're not to do if you did past things that you regret. Don't regret them anymore. Just leave them alone. Accept that you did the best you could do at the time. At the time it seemed right. Now it may seem wrong, but you are more knowledgeable now than you were then if it seems wrong to you and you know it's wrong now. You know, you all have a fantastic day. Love yourself first, and that way then you can love everyone around you. Spread the joy today. Spread what the EMC stands for. Care, love, kindness, affection. For all of those that have lost relatives and friends recently, I want to say a blessed good morning to you and let you know that my condolences are with you. I know that quite a few of us that have done that. Quite a few of us have lost our friends. Remember, they're going on to a place where we will meet them one day. A place where God is there with them all the time. You'll have a fantastic day. One love and all my respect from Barbados. And one more time, I'm the Beijing Warrior. This is the EMC, the beauty of Barbados through my eyes.